few of the words that have consumed our everyday lives, our work. And by work, I mean our purpose, what we were sent here to do by an amazing creator, but we've forgotten about him too. You see, we care more about the amount of likes we got on an Instagram photo than the amount of love that we show. And we turn on the TV the second we get home, well, we turn our heads and we see someone alone, someone lost, someone hurting, but we're too busy rewording a tweet. We live in this little bubble that our nice lives seem so sweet, self-sufficient, self-serving, but isn't it unnerving that we live in a world that values material objects and doesn't ask the question if what we're doing is right, and instead, does it feel good? I mean, if it feels good, it must be right. But do we forget that most regret comes from what felt good at the time? I mean, we say we want to change the world, but all we're doing is changing our status. But no, I post about Jesus. Well, that's awesome and cool, but a selfie with a Bible verse? I guess what I'm implying is it's about making everyone else believe that our lives are so grand. Funny how the boastful are the ones that Christ couldn't stand. And I'm not surprised that walls of insecurity are rising as we're constantly comparing our backstories to the highlights of everybody else's lives. I meet more girls every day that would rather die because they see themselves as worthless and they think they have no purpose, because who compared to the image of beauty in Vogue that is seemingly perfect? Guys getting high and using girls as a drug because, bro, you ain't cool unless you're living like a thug. It becomes a circle of using and being used. And I'm so sick and tired of the God-given gift of free will being abused. It's time to make your life worth something more than the highest score on Flappy Bird. You have a voice that needs to be heard. You want to be happy and love yourself more? Stop focusing on yourself and open up a door. Covering a meal. Live your life in a way that the person you betray isn't a copy of the person that the world wants you to be. Because the very best version is the one who can break free of all the influence and find the inner confidence. And once you find that, you'll begin to realize you don't need more than 12 likes to feel pretty, and you don't need a subtweet to feel others' pity. Once you reach that point, that's where change begins to happen. And maybe I'm crazy, but I have this vision that our generation changes the stereotypes of religion. That we break down the walls of judgment and pride, and instead, with arms open, welcome everyone inside to a place where we can do the things that God really wants, like loving each other and loving Him. Now, some say this can't happen, so I challenge you to make the change in yourself and change what the future brings. Because, yeah, maybe social media sets the norm, but I, for one, refuse to be frozen in a world that I have been chosen to transform.